Pacific Palisades, an upscale neighborhood nestled along the coast of Los Angeles, has long been home to many of Hollywood's brightest stars. The serene beauty of the area, with its breathtaking ocean views and luxurious estates, has attracted celebrities from various walks of life. However, as wildfires ravaged the region in January 2025, many of these high-profile residents found themselves in a struggle not only with nature, but with the emotional toll of losing cherished properties, memories, and in some cases, loved ones. This article takes a closer look at some of the most notable celebrities living in Pacific Palisades, the devastating effects the fires had on their homes, and the resilience of a community shaken to its core. Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson's connection to Pacific Palisades runs deep. Her childhood home, once purchased by her mother, Goldie Hawn, and longtime partner Kurt Russell in the 1970s, was sold to Hudson herself in 2003 for $5.5 million. In 2011, she expanded her estate by acquiring an adjacent property for $5.3 million, effectively creating a sprawling compound. The estate, which includes 7 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and numerous luxury amenities, became a sanctuary for Hudson and her family. As the wildfires approached in January 2025, Hudson's family was on high alert. The threat of the fire, which was inching closer to their area, weighed heavily on Hudson, who had spent much of her life in the neighborhood. However, despite the looming danger, Hudson's compound remained untouched by the flames. The experience, though ultimately one of relief, underscored the precariousness of living in a region prone to wildfires. For Hudson, the event served as a reminder of the vulnerability of even the most idyllic, well-protected homes in the face of natural disasters. Jennifer Garner. Jennifer Garner has been a staple in Pacific Palisades for years, first as a resident with her ex-husband Ben Affleck, and later as a single mother navigating life in the same upscale neighborhood. Garner's family home, a sprawling ranch estate purchased in 2009 for $17.5 million, was sold after the couple's divorce in 2019. Since then, Garner has maintained a presence in the area, renting a luxurious mansion before purchasing a farmhouse-style home in nearby Brentwood in 2019. When the wildfires hit in January 2025, Garner's thoughts were split between her own family's safety and the well-being of her close friends and neighbors. As the fires crept closer to Pacific Palisades, she expressed her deep grief upon learning that a close friend had been affected by the blaze. While her home in Brentwood remained secure, the emotional toll of knowing that others in her community were in harm's way left an indelible mark on her. The fires, which had already claimed homes and threatened the lives of many, reminded Garner of the importance of community and solidarity during times of crisis. Geena Davis, actress. Geena Davis, known for her roles in iconic films such as Thelma and Louise and Beetlejuice, once called Pacific Palisades home. She purchased a Mediterranean-style property in 2007 for $4.2 million, a beautiful house with 5 bedrooms and a chef's kitchen. Davis lived in the home for over a decade, becoming a familiar face in the neighborhood before selling the property in 2020 for $5.6 million. Though Davis no longer owns the property, the January 2025 wildfires brought Pacific Palisades back into her thoughts. The neighborhood, which had become synonymous with celebrity living, was once again under threat. Fortunately, Davis's former home was not directly impacted by the fires, as she had already moved on to other residences. Yet the sight of the flames raging toward the neighborhood where she once lived stirred up a sense of nostalgia and concern. For Davis, the fires underscored the unpredictable nature of life in California, where wildfires have become an unfortunate reality of living in the state. Dr. Dre. the legendary music producer and entrepreneur, became part of the Pacific Palisades community in 2019 when he purchased a Mediterranean-style home for $2.25 million. The gated property, with its stunning ocean views, was a peaceful retreat for Dre, adding to his already impressive portfolio of properties in Los Angeles. Though his Pacific Palisades estate was modest in comparison to his other properties, including a $40 million mansion in Brentwood, it was still a valuable asset in one of the city's most desirable neighborhoods. When the wildfires encroached upon Pacific Palisades in January 2025, Dre's thoughts were immediately on the safety of his family and his home. Though the flames threatened his property, the fire ultimately spared his estate. As the fire raged through nearby areas, Dre's larger and more valuable estate in Brentwood remained unaffected, providing some peace of mind in an otherwise tense and unpredictable situation. The close call, however, reminded Dre of the vulnerability that comes with owning multiple properties in a region known for its wildfire risks. Ben Affleck, like many of his celebrity peers, has long been associated with the Pacific Palisades area. Over the years, he has purchased and sold several properties, including a stunning $19 million mansion with 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms, which he once shared with Jennifer Garner. After their divorce, Affleck continued to live in the area, purchasing additional properties in the region. When the wildfires struck in January 2025, Affleck was forced to evacuate his home in Pacific Palisades as the flames closed in. He sought refuge at Garner's home in nearby Brentwood, but once the fire threat subsided, he returned to his French country estate in the heart of Pacific Palisades. Though Affleck's property was ultimately spared, the experience of evacuation was a sobering reminder of the risks associated with living in a wildfire-prone region. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Austrian-American actor, former governor of California, and fitness icon, has been a staple of Pacific Palisades since 1986. He and his then-wife, Maria Shriver, purchased a Mediterranean estate near Will Rogers State Park, marking the beginning of their family's connection to the area. After their separation in 2011, Schwarzenegger moved to a new estate in the neighborhood. This sprawling 2.5-acre property boasts 7 bedrooms, a chef's kitchen, a private gym, and stunning canyon and ocean views. As the wildfires in January 2025 approached, Schwarzenegger's property was under threat. However, the former governor was away filming in New York at the time, and fortunately, his home was unharmed. He expressed his gratitude for the safety of his family and acknowledged the devastation that his neighbors faced. Many nearby properties, however, were not as fortunate, underscoring the unpredictable and sometimes devastating nature of wildfires in California. Schwarzenegger's experience was a reminder of how quickly the landscape can change, even for those living in one of the most coveted neighborhoods in the world. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, one of Hollywood's most famous couples in the 1990s, once called Pacific Palisades home. Before their divorce in 2001, Cruise purchased a sprawling estate in the area, which Kidman moved into after their marriage. The property, spanning over 7,600 square feet, was outfitted with modern amenities, including a private screening theater and a high-tech security control center. This mansion, which symbolized their high-profile union, was sold after their divorce, and the area has since become synonymous with their past life together. While Kidman's current residence was not affected by the 2025 wildfires, the former couple's iconic Pacific Palisades estate was not as fortunate. The once opulent property, which had become a symbol of their relationship, was completely destroyed by the flames. Though Kidman no longer owns the estate, the loss of such a notable property added a layer of heartbreak to the already devastating fire season. Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry, beloved for his portrayal of Chandler Bing on Friends, made a significant real estate purchase in Pacific Palisades in 2020. He bought a mid-century modern home for $6 million, a property that offered stunning ocean views, a luxurious pool, and plenty of space for relaxing and entertaining. Tragically, Perry passed away in this residence in October 2023, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and warmth. The home was sold shortly after Perry's death for $8.5 million, and in January 2025, as wildfires ravaged the region, his former home faced its own brush with disaster. Fortunately, the property sustained only minor damage to its backyard. However, the fires once again brought the area into the spotlight, particularly because of the connection to Perry's passing. While the home was spared the full brunt of the flames, the emotional weight of this event served as a poignant reminder of the unpredictability of living in California, where even the most cherished homes can be at risk. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, Hollywood's beloved couple, have been part of the Pacific Palisades community since 2010, when they purchased a sprawling 14,500 square foot estate for $26 million. Their mansion, which boasts breathtaking ocean views, a pool, and multiple balconies, is one of the most notable properties in the area. As one of Hollywood's most respected couples, Hanks and Wilson have enjoyed their private sanctuary, away from the public eye. During the January 2025 wildfires, Hanks and Wilson's home narrowly escaped the flames. Though their property was at risk, the fire ultimately bypassed their estate, sparing it from the devastation that struck other neighboring homes. Hanks's son, Chad Hanks, took to social media to share his concerns and urge prayers for those affected by the disaster, especially the families who lost their homes in the fire. Though their property was spared, the close call reminded Hanks and Wilson of the fragile nature of life in wildfire-prone regions. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, the late NBA superstar, made his first major real estate purchase in Southern California in 1999, when he bought a Mediterranean-style estate in Pacific Palisades. The serene property, with its cascading waterfall and koi pond, was a perfect retreat for Bryant and his family. The home, which was sold in 2008 after Bryant moved to Newport Coast, remains an iconic part of the Pacific Palisades landscape. The property was sold multiple times before its final sale in 2018. While Bryant's former home was no longer in his possession at the time of the January 2025 wildfires, the estate was still remembered as a symbol of his dedication to family and mindfulness. The property, which had once been a sanctuary for Bryant's family, was fortunate to avoid the flames. But the fire season highlighted the enduring impact of wildfires on both the current and former residents of the area. Matt Damon and his wife, Luciana Barroso, invested in a stunning Zen-inspired estate in Pacific Palisades in 2012, purchasing the property for $15 million. The 13,500 square foot home featured top-of-the-line amenities, including a private screening room, wine cellar, and multiple outdoor spaces with sweeping ocean views. The property became a symbol of both luxury and thoughtful design, offering the Damon family a tranquil retreat from the demands of their high-profile careers. In 2021, the family decided to list the home for $21 million, later accepting $18 million after it remained on the market for some time. Following the sale, Damon and Barroso relocated to Brooklyn Heights, New York, where they own a penthouse. Though they no longer live in Pacific Palisades, the home remains a testament to their time in the area. During the January 2025 wildfires, the property was not directly threatened, as the family had long since moved. However, the flames sweeping across the neighborhood still drew attention to the precarious nature of life in such an area, even for those who have since moved away. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, two of Hollywood's most beloved and enduring stars, made Pacific Palisades their home in 2004 when they purchased a charming property for $4.1 million. The 1951-built home underwent several remodels over the years, eventually providing the couple with a modern, comfortable space that suited their private, laid-back lifestyle. Russell and Hawn, who have been together for over 30 years, decided to sell the property in 2017 for $6.9 million as they moved to another Los Angeles residence. Though their former home was not directly impacted by the January 2025 wildfires, their son, Wyatt Russell, who lives nearby, had to evacuate as the fires moved through the area. The wildfires not only posed a risk to families living in the region, but also forced them to grapple with the uncertainties of living in an area so prone to natural disasters. For the Russell-Hawn family, the experience underscored the challenges of maintaining a home in a high-risk zone, even when their own property had long been sold. Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks, the iconic Fleetwood Mac singer known for her ethereal voice and haunting lyrics, also made Pacific Palisades her home in 2005, purchasing a stunning estate for $9 million. The property boasted ocean views, a pool, and 5 bathrooms, offering Nicks a peaceful retreat from the pressures of fame. In 2017, Nicks decided to sell the property for $14 million, and she subsequently relocated to a condo in Santa Monica. During the January 2025 wildfires, Nicks's former property in Pacific Palisades was fortunately spared, as the flames did not reach it directly. However, Nicks's experience of living in Pacific Palisades, combined with the knowledge that her former home was now in the path of the flames, undoubtedly brought back memories of her time in the area. Now residing in a safe, unaffected home in Santa Monica, Nicks found herself reflecting on the fragile nature of life in Los Angeles, where even the most peaceful and beautiful properties can be vulnerable to the unpredictable forces of nature. Conclusion. The January 2025 wildfires served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life in California's wildfire-prone regions, even for those with wealth and fame. From Kate Hudson's childhood home to the properties of Tom Hanks, Ben Affleck, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, the fires claimed several homes and caused great emotional distress for the residents. Celebrities, like the rest of the community, found solace in the safety of their families and came together to rebuild and support one another.